these stones. I did not raise this throne. I laid the wall they gave me, and they left me here alone. The valley filled with torches like a tide that had no shore. They told me hold the gate, they did not tell me what for. No banners over us, no captain at the door, just the men who stayed to hold what no one held before. Hold the gates, till the iron's all we are. Hold the gates, though they sent us not one star. Let them come, we are stone and we are men. We will hold the gate they told us we would never hold again. Some prayed up to the heavens, some just sharpened down their steel. I checked the iron sigil where it bled into the wall. The boy beside me shook, I told him kneel and load and feel. The first wave hit the timber and the timber did not fall. No banners over us, no captain at the door, just the men who stayed to hold what no one held before. Hold the gates, till the iron's all we are. Hold the gates, though they sent us not one star. Let them come, we are stone and we are men. We will hold the gate they told us we would never hold again. A mason once, I knew how stone would hold. I learned how men break later, when the night turns black and cold. They sent no word, no rider, and the valley would not wait. So I put my back against it. I became the gate. Hold the gate, till the iron's all we are. Hold the gate, though they sent us not one star. Let them come, we are stone and we are men. We will hold the gate they told us we would never hold again. Till the iron's all we are. 3 days they said, just 3, and the dark filled every scar. Let them come, we are stone and we are men. And the wall took the first night and it gave it back again. Hold the gate, let the torches drown the snow. The wall they said would fall by dawn, it did not let them through. I cut these stones, I did not raise this throne. The torches kept on coming and the night was not yet done. Hold the gate, there is no other road. This was the first of 3, the gate they told us hold. The gate came down at midnight with a sound I cannot say. The dark poured through the timber like a river finds its way. I did not have an order, there was no one left to send. So we filled the broken doorway with whatever would not bend. Stone and beam and shield, and the men who would not run. We built a wall of bodies where the wooden wall was gone. The wall bought them a dawn, it bought them one more day. It paid in the men on the stone, it paid the only way. Hold the breach, with the iron and carry was the wall we made our own. I dragged the fallen forward and I stacked them like the stone. The iron sigil on the gate was buried in the throng. The boy who shook at sundown held the line and held it long. He did not last till morning, but the breach it held alone. Stone and beam and shield and the men who would not run. We built a wall of bodies where the wooden wall was gone. The wall bought them a dawn. It bought them one more day. It paid in the men on the stone. It paid the only way. Hold the breach, with the iron and the bone. The wall they could not carry was the wall we made our own. There is a kind of holding that is not a kind of win. You count the ones still breathing and you know what it has been. No captain came to spend us, we were never theirs to spend. We spent ourselves on purpose so the dawn would not depend. The wall bought them a dawn. It bought them one more day. It paid in the men on the stone. It paid the only way. Hold the breach, with the iron and the bone. The wall they could not carry was the wall we made our own. The wall bought them a dawn. It bought them one more day. The sky went gray and cold and the torches burned away. Hold the breach, there is light along the wall. And the breach is full of brothers and the breach did not fall. The wall bought them a dawn, but the dawn came up so thin on the stone where they had paid for it. The morning settled in. The gate came down at midnight. The wall stood up by day. It bought them what they asked for and it took the rest away. The wall bought them a dawn. It bought them one more day. And the men who bought the morning, most of them would stay. White, and the torches all were gone. I walked along the rampart, and I counted what held on. I called the names I knew, but the wall gave back no sound. Just the wind across the iron, and the snow upon the ground. We held the gate 3 days, the way that we were told, and the gate was standing open on a hall gone grey and cold. The wall did not fall, the wall did not fall, but there was no one left to ring the morning down the hall. We held the gate 3 days, and the 3rd day we still stood. The wall did not fall, and I wish to God it could. I went inside the city that the wall had kept alive. There was no child in the doorway, there was no one to arrive. The iron sigil on the wall caught the first pale light of day. The thing that we had guarded had already gone away. The wall did not fall, the wall did not fall, but there was no one left to ring the morning down the hall. We held the gate 3 days, and the third day we still stood. The wall did not fall, and I wish to God it could. I waited for a banner, I waited for a name, I waited for the rider that the orders said would came. But the orders were a promise that the throne would never spend. They sent no captain, so the wall became the captain in the end. The wall did not fall, the wall did not fall, and I am the last man standing where they told us we would fall. We held the gate 3 days, and the iron held the men. The wall did not fall, and it will not fall again. We did not win the morning, we just lived to see it gray. The hall is theirs to mourn now, but the wall is ours to stay. They sent no captain, so we held until the dawn. We were the wall that would not fall, and now the wall stands. The wall did not fall, and the last one standing on it heard no trumpet, heard no call. The morning came up white, and the torches all were gone. I laid my hand against the stone that I had built upon. The wall did not fall, that is all there is to tell. We held the gate 3 days, and then the morning fell. They handed me a torch and a line of men to lead. They said the iron in that valley was a thing the king must bleed. I came up from a village where my father struck the steel, so I knew the kind of forge it was, and I knew the way it'd feel. The order came down clear, take the fire to the wall. I was told to burn the forge, I was told the cause was just. I carried up the order and I carried up the trust. I did not ask the reason, for a soldier seldom can. I only walked the order with a torch held in my hand. The men around me joked about the loot beyond the gate. They did not see a village, they just saw a thing to take. I told myself a fortress, I told myself a foe, but I had smelled that coal smoke in a life I used to know. I was told to burn the forge, I was told the cause was just. I carried up the order and I carried up the trust. I did not ask the reason, for a soldier seldom can. I only walked the order with a torch held in my hand. A village smithy sounds the same in every land. The hammer and the bellows and the burn across the hand. I told myself it's iron, I told myself it's war, but something in the smoke kept asking what I came here for. We made the camp by nightfall in the valley's frozen mud, and the forge still burned its fire like a heart that wouldn't shut. I was told to burn the forge, I was told the cause was just. I carried up the order and I carried up the trust, but the trust began to weigh more than the torch within my hand, and the order felt like ashes that I didn't understand. I was told to burn the forge, and I believed it then. The smoke rose like a question that I could not answer when the cold light off the valley caught the helm beside my bed, and I dreamed of my own village and the forge that raised me there. The gate went down at midnight, and we poured in like a flood. The defenders met us hard, and the snow ran black with blood. I cut a man before me, he was no knight, no lord, just a farmer with a hammer who had sharpened it to sword. I knelt to take his blade, and I saw the thing he wore. The same mark, the same iron cut the same way as my own, the same forge, the same fire, the same hand that I had known. He was not my enemy, he was a man like me, and the torch was in my hand to burn the thing that set him free. I dragged him to the torchlight, and I tore his collar wide, and the iron sigil hanging there was the village where I died. Not the village, but its twin, the same ring struck in cold, the same smith's mark my father pressed in every blade he sold. The same mark, the same iron cut the same way as my own, the same forge, the same fire, the same hand that I had known. He was not my enemy, he was a man like me, and the torch was in my hand to burn the thing that set him free. I did not switch to the righteous side, there is no righteous side. The king is not the devil, and the dead man was no guide. I only know this iron, and this iron knew my name, and I will not be the hand that gives the forge its grave by flame. I let the dead man's sigil fall, and close inside my fist, and I turned and saw my own men with their torches in the mist. The same mark, the same iron cut the same way as my own, the same forge, the same fire, the same hand that I had known. He was not my enemy, he was a man like me, and the fire that I was carrying was never mine to free. The same mark, the same iron, and I knew what I would do. I would not burn the forge that made the man I ran straight through. Oh, the battle rolled on past me, and I let the sigil stay, pressed against my chest where my own iron used to lay. I did not switch sides, there were no sides left to choose. I only saw the fire, and I saw what it would lose. Methought I climbed to set the blaze on the siege tower of my own king, the highest of the frames. I carried up the king's fire like a soldier still at war, and no one looked behind me as I climbed the wooden floor. I set the torch against the beams that flew the king's own crest. I turned the fire homeward to the tower of my side, not to win, not to save them, there was nothing I could guide. One tower out of 10, one small and useless flame. The siege rolled on without me, and it never knew my name. The fire took the timber, and it climbed up toward the sky. And I did not run from under it, there was no need to try. I thought about my father and the iron and the suns, and the man whose mark I carried, and how we were all but one. I turned the fire homeward to the tower of my side, not to win, not to save them, there was nothing I could guide. One tower out of 10, one small and useless flame. The siege rolled on without me, and it never knew my name. No one will say my name, they will not call it brave. They'll call it an accident or a coward's lonely flame. And maybe that is right, I did not save a single soul. I only would not be the hand that burned the people whole. I turned the fire homeward to the tower of my side, not to win, not to save them, I just could not let it ride. One tower out of 10, and the iron I would keep was the mark upon a dead man, and I followed him to sleep. He carried the king's fire, he gave it to the king's own tower. The tower burned, so did he in the last and lonely hour. He did not win the battle, he did not turn the tide. He only kept one fire from the forge where he had died. The king's fire, he gave it back, and then the tower burned, so did he, and no one knew his name. The siege went on till morning, and the gate came down at last. And the forge he would not burn was burned by other hands at last. He was not saved, he was not named, the iron did not stay. The tower burned, so did he, and the cold took both away.
soldiers made the gate. The street was full of running boots and no one stopped to wait. I stood inside the smoke and ash and held my ground. around instead, for all the little ones too small to outrun what's ahead. So I turned back into the fire while the brave men ran, and I took the smith's old hammer up in my own two hands. Somebody has to stay when all the strong ones flee. Somebody has to count the heads that nobody can see. I am not a soldier and I never swore a vow, but I am the one who's standing, and I am the one here now. I will not run for the gate and leave them to the flame. I'll carry every one of them, or I won't carry my own name. A wounded man was on the stones, too torn to stand or fight. A child was screaming for a hand in all the smoke and light. I pulled the children to my coat, I dragged the soldier near. I told them, keep your eyes on me and do not give to fear. And the hammer in my grip had a cold mark on the head, the thing the man I married made before he marched and bled. Somebody has to stay when all the strong ones flee. Somebody has to count the heads that nobody can see. I am not a soldier and I never swore a vow, but I am the one who's standing, and I am the one here now. I will not run for the gate and leave them to the flame. I'll carry every one of them, or I won't carry my own name. He marched out for the king, he did not come back to me, but the hammer that he made is the only road I see. I am so afraid my hands have gone to stone, but a mother does not get to be afraid alone. I counted 7 small ones and the man who could not walk. I tied a rag around my mouth, I did not stop to talk. There's a low way through the dark below, a water channel old, and I am going down into it before the night turns cold. Somebody has to stay when all the strong ones flee. Somebody has to count the heads that nobody can see. I am not a soldier and I never swore a vow, but I am the one who's moving, and the time for it is now. I will not run for the gate and leave them to the flame. I'll carry every one of them. I do not need a name. The wall came down, the soldiers ran, the town began to burn, and I went down into the dark with no way to return. I held the hammer to my chest, I held the children near, and I started down the only road, the one that ends out there. water ran, a child on either hip, and the hammer in my hand. The fire came in after us, it licked along the stone, and I will not not slow my own. There's a fallen gate ahead and a beam across the way. So I lift the iron over me and I make a road today. Through the fire, through the gate, I will not set them down. Through the smoke, across the dark, I will not let them drown. Swing the iron, break the beam, and drag them all behind. Every step's a step they live, every blow buys time. I am running, I am burning, but the children are alive. Through the fire, through the gate, I will get them out the other side. Could not carry, so I carried him as well. I put his arm across my neck and walked him out of hell. A door was barred and bolted and the flame was at my back. So I brought the hammer down on it and broke it off the track. The mark upon the iron caught the orange of the blaze. The only thing he left me is the thing that clears the way. Through the fire, through the gate, I will not set them down. Through the smoke, across the dark, I will not let them drown. Swing the iron, break the beam, and drag them all behind. Every step's a step they live, every blow buys time. I am running, I am burning, but the children are alive. Through the fire, through the gate, I will get them out the other side. My arms are gone, my lungs are full of smoke and char. I do not get to stop here, we are not that far. He is not coming, no one's coming, it is only me. So I lift the iron one more time and I find a way to breathe. A light ahead, a crack of grey, the channel's mouth and air. The little ones come tumbling up into the open there. But the beam came down behind us and I could not reach them all. I shoved the last ones forward and I did not stop to fall. Through the fire, through the gate, I would not set them down. Through the smoke, across the dark, I did not let them drown. I swung the iron, broke the gate, and dragged them all behind. And everyone I carried out was one more left alive. I am running, I am burning, and the children are alive. I carried iron through the fire and I got them out the other side. The town is at my back in flame, the road is grey ahead. The hammer's heavy in my hand, the children's tears are shed. I cannot count how many made it, cannot count the cost. I only know I'm moving, and I won't be the one that's lost. Came up beyond the wall, the grey and frozen kind. The town was burning low behind, the gate was left behind. I set the children on the grass, I counted every face, and some of them were not the ones who started in that place. For I could not carry all of them, I want that to be said. There are little hands I could not reach, still somewhere back instead. They are breathing in the morning where the field is white and wide. They are crying, they are living, they are out the other side. I did not win the battle and I did not save the town, but the ones I got out walking are the ones still walking now. I held against a frozen stone. A child is falling fast asleep against my aching bones. I lay the hammer in the grass, its work is finally done. Its iron carried all of us to see the morning sun. They are breathing in the morning where the field is white and wide. They are crying, they are living, they are out the other side. I did not win the battle and I did not save the town, but the ones I got out walking are the ones still walking now. I held no sword to crown a king, I raised no flag, no name. I only held the road for them and I would do it the same. I watch the road behind me for a step that does not come. He marched out for the king, and the king's war took him from the morning that we made it, that he will never see. I got the children past the gate, he never got to me. The smallest one is asking where the road is going on. I do not have an answer, but I know we have to walk. I take a child upon my back, I take one by the hand, and I leave the gate behind us in a slowly waking land. They are breathing in the morning and the morning's hard and gray. There are some I could not carry and I'll carry that always. I did not lift a banner and I did not earn a crown. I only made a road for them when all the walls came down. And if they ask in years to come who held the gate that night, say it was no captain, say a mother held the light. I held no sword for the king, I held the road for the children. The town is ash behind the hill, the morning white and wide. The hammer's in the cold grass now, it's long work finally done. He did not walk out of the fire, we did, and we walk on.
They dragged us to the forge and they bolted down the door. A chain around the ankle and a hammer on the floor. The fire was not ours, the iron was not ours. We fed the king's own furnace through the long and starving hours, and they made me cut their mark in every blade I made. We forged the swords that pressed against our throats. We forged the spears that flew above the moats. The chain was on the hand that swung the iron true. We made the blades that made the men we never knew. The man beside me bled, he would not lift his eyes. He hammered like a dead man underneath the iron skies. A boy was on the bellows, he had never been so cold. We armed the ones who took the town with everything we sold. We forged the swords that pressed against our throats. We forged the spears that flew above the moats. The chain was on the hand that swung the iron true. We made the blades that made the men we never knew. They never made us swear a word, they only made us work. They did not want our loyalty, They wanted what we forged. No vow was on my tongue, no oath upon my hand. Just iron in the fire and a chain I understand. I watched the king's own sigil cooling gray upon the steel, and something in the dark of me began to slowly heal. We forged the swords that pressed against our throats. We forged the spears that flew above the moats. The chain was on the hand that swung the iron true. We made the blades that made the men we never knew. We forged the swords that pressed against our throats. We forged the spears that flew above the moats. But iron knows the hand that holds it in the night, and iron does not care which way you make it bite. We forged the swords, and somewhere in the smoke we started forging something they would never know we broke. They dragged us to the forge and they bolted down the door. A chain around the ankle and a hammer on the floor. The fire was not ours, the iron was not ours, but we were the ones who held it in the long and starving hours. Slow, we did it where they could not see the flaw. A weakness in the temper, a crack beneath the law. Their swords would hold in daylight, they would shatter in the strike. We hammered them obedient, and we built them all alike. But every 10th blade cooling, we kept one for ourselves. We forged the blade that frees the hand that forged the blade. We hid it in the iron of the prison that they made. They counted every hammer, but they never counted right. We made the one that would not break. We made it for the night. I cut a mark that was not theirs into the cooling steel. Not the king's, but something only chained men understand and feel. The hands beside me in the dark, they knew but would not speak. We armed an army for the king, an armed one for the weak. We forged the blade that frees the hand that forged the blade. We hid it in the iron of the prison that they made. They counted every hammer, but they never counted right. We made the one that would not break. We made it for the night. No flag, no horn, no shout across the yard. Just iron passed from hand to hand and held against the dark. They thought we forged in fear, and fear was in our eyes. But fear had been a hammer all along in our disguise. We forged the blade that frees the hand that forged the blade. We hid it in the iron of the prison that they made. They counted every hammer, but they never counted right. We made the one that would not break. We made it for the night. We forged the blade that frees the hand that forged the blade. We forged it for the chain. they bolted down the door, and we built the thing that walks us out. And we asked for nothing more. A weakness in their iron, and a strength inside our own. One blade among 1,000, with a mark they'd never known. They forged us into weapons, and the lesson came too late. We forged the blade that frees the hand, that forged the blade. Came down in fire. I took the blade we made, and I cut myself from the wire. The chain fell on the stone, it did not make a sound, and I stood up in a forge that had finally come down. There was no vow to keep but the one I made to me. I carried out the last of it across the broken stone. They made me forge their blade with a chain around my hand, and I forged the one that freed me from the land I could not stand. The men beside me scattered, some were free and some were dead. The forge was burning down behind the road, in front of me ahead. I did not turn to look, there was nothing left to see. No village waiting for me, no one left to set me free. My iron is my own, my iron is my own. I carried out the last of it across the broken stone. They made me forge their blade with a chain around my hand, and I forged the one that freed me from the land I could not stand. The king's blade, they forged the one that freed them. We did not win, we did not take a throne. We walked out of the fire alive, and the iron walked out our own. My iron is my own, my iron is my own. I carried out the last of it across the broken stone. The forge is theirs now, let them have the empty ground. We took the only iron that was worth the walking down. My iron is my own, my iron is my own. I carried out the last of it, and I walked it through the dawn. They were made to forge the king's blade with a chain around the hand, and they forged the blade that freed them from the king's own burning land. There was no home to walk to, there was only open road, and the mark that was my own was the last thing that I owed. The forge fell in the morning, and the snow came soft and slow, and the last iron out of the fallen forge had somewhere left to go.